Boakai Nuquay from the Republic of Liberia, majoring in sociology and minoring in mass communication. As regard to Mr. Nuquay and VP Boakai collabo, I see it to be the low-root collaboration because these two people, we see them in government already enjoying, and we already see them in government, and I don't see no reason why the two of them would work and be a good collabo for the United Party. I expected VP Boakai to choose Mr. Sunonte as his running mate.
Why Sunonte?
Because Sunonte is a man that I see from the past time to be a man that have love for this country and have interest in Liberia. I'm very much disappointed in VP Boakai to choose Mr. Nuquay as his running mate.
Robinson M.K. Myers, student of the teacher college, William V.S. For me, I term it to be the big mistake that he made. From the initial state, people always say that Boakai, which is the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, is the only person that can lead this nation. But then having heard his selection made for his running mate, for me, I see that big mistake. Because that alone will drop his population about those who are yielding to vote for him.
Why do you think it was a wrong choice?
Yeah, my reason is, if you look at it cleverly, you'll notice that it's the same UP that went back for the third term. And based on history, we have not heard that a political party going back for the third term, and this is what it portrays to me. Because Nuquay is the article Speaker of the House, and then Boakai is the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. So look at the cycle of it. Yeah, it means that it's just one person walking forward and turning back to the other pitch.
So who you really expected, you think the vice president would have made?
We have a whole lot of people that there. I think it would be nice that he check them more than and find somebody that would be suitable for such a position. But
my name is T. Inozaro. I'm from the William V.S. Teachers College doing secondary education, English major and sociology minor. Actually, I think I got that information last night from the radio about Emmanuel Nuquay running as a vice standard bearer to Joseph Numa Boakai, the current vice president. Which I think there is no, absolutely for me personally, I don't think there is any problem with Emmanuel Nuquay. I have known him for a very long period of time, even where he is now and where he is. So there is absolutely for me, I don't think there is any problem with him. I'm so much satisfied with him.
My name is Enoch Gossam Brooks. I'm a student of the William V.S. Teachers College, University of Liberia to be precise, and I'm actually studying secondary education with emphasis in history and English. My intake on the Vice President of Liberia, the President Standard Bearer of Liberia, taking Emmanuel Nuquay as a running mate, I think for me, it is actually not a very good idea, in a sense that he once upon a time supported the removal of the standing speaker. He carried on some honor grandees that led to the removal of the current speaker, the past speaker, that is the president of Speaker Ellis Tyler. So with that, with honor mind, I believe in my own mind, he is not fit to become vice president of this nation, because if he's for any reason elected tomorrow as vice president of this nation, he may, in other words, carry on some undermining, and people might even undermine him to bring about chaos tomorrow, and he may carry his country backward. In my mind, I strongly believe in my heart that the vice president will have at least taken for Liberian representation, that is someone from Nimba County, that because we cannot consider Emmanuel Nuquay now to be a Liberian for the fact that he's representing a district within Magibi County. So for now, I take him as a person from Magibi. So I felt that he was taking somebody that is a true Liberian.
Why you thought it should have been Liberian? Rather, is it because all the other standard bearers are running to Nima to get that running mate?
Not because of that, but because there have been one of the reasons in the past times. Nima Kante, I think Nima Kante, there's a time that the leaders stand to partake, most especially in one of the sort areas like being a vice president.
The thing that have to do with the vice president choosing Boakai Nuquay as his running mate, to me, it didn't go down well with me.
Why?
The reason is that this man, I personally am from Boakai County and I reside in a District 4. And then this man is a representative from Boakai County, precisely from District 5. And as citizens of the county, we have seen that Boakai Nuquay have been the one that been the cause that we don't even have a county representative caucus, in that he had brought the visibility among the caucus. I don't even know when last they have the county's caucus setting. I told somebody, I called on a top show this morning on Radio Magiri, and I said that VP Boakai have made a biggest mistake ever in his life to choose Boakai Nuquay as his running mate.
Who did you expect?
Well, he could have chosen somebody rather than Boakai Nuquay, but I can't tell him who to choose. But if he should be wise enough to choose somebody else rather than Boakai Nuquay.
Because I hear a name, and he's running a vice president. The money baby too much. How can be for himself?
Why?
Ah, that near Nuquay. Nuquay, that near Lu. That what move me say.
Okay. So what about the name? What is about that name?
The name? Somebody who in people heart. Anytime you hear or cry somewhere in there, Nuquay.
So the name and the action, does it come in line?
Yes.
And you are seeing the action?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I think the vice president did extremely well by choosing Boakai Nuquay, who currently serves as the speaker, Speaker of the House of Representatives. I think the vice president was on the point, and I think that he is going to do well for the Liberian people. I think the vice president has served this country for close to 30 years. He has served as vice president for almost 11 years, and I'm sure him seeing all the shortfalls in government, and I'm sure he's going to make the necessary correction. The current vice stand-up bearer like just chosen into have served in the national legislature for close to 12 years now. They are all part of policy making. I'm sure they are going to make the necessary corrections. I don't want to use the vice president judgment, but I think, like you said earlier on, that the choosing of vice stand-up bearer is almost choosing your personal cook, your personal driver. It requires time, it requires thorough investigation. You don't just choose anybody to serve as vice president. You require somebody that shares the same vision with you. So I'm thinking the vice president was looking at that particular point for the fact that he was able to come up with the Speaker of the House of Representatives. I think actually carry a thorough investigation around the country that indicated last night. Also, the vice president, I mean, those crazy people that are criticizing that, he came at the close of the airline. I think they are yet doing this all because of political reasons, because there is no law that bans somebody for now, bans somebody for naming a running mate at the last point of time. So I think the vice president was very much careful on how he selected his running mate. I think that's a good
Fanny Holder, speaking from Finland. Yeah, I found no problem with Boakai Nuquay becoming vice stand-up bearer of the vice president, right? I found no problem with that. That is almost like promotion. Yes, it's like promotion. So I found no problem with that, but just for the right thing to be done for the Liberian people.
When you say right thing to be done, what do you mean?
I mean that the qualm of the Liberians should be heard. The help that we need vocational school, we need food in this country, we need medication, we need people who will listen at the cry of the masses, not only to be there for themselves, because after they have come and we present leadership to them, when they sometimes go, they don't care for our qualm. Sometimes we crying, calling upon them. They don't pay attention, but I believe that in Nuquay, Emmanuel Nuquay will be there for us with the Liberians to pay attention. And the Lord told me, say, watch out and see. And I tell you where I already stopped. And as I'm watching out to see, and for His name to come out on this, it means that really God approved for it. So I have no problem.
So you're saying that God spoke to you?
For me, I was praying because for the leadership of this country, where we're crying, and I heard that He is our speaker in the house, and I begin to ask God, because I usually pray for all of the people in the house, even the presidents. I pray for her
so when
to
you
do
pray,
the right thing.
when you
So
pray,
when I was praying,
what did God show you?
And I mentioned His name. I said, Nuquay is the speaker of the house.
So did you hear earlier that Nuquay was going to be called as the next, or the vice president? Did you hear anything like that led you to pray?
I didn't hear anything like that. I was praying and I asked God for Emmanuel Nuquay, whether he could be president as he is good.
So what prompted you to have mentioned Emmanuel Nuquay in person?
And what really moved me is that his goodness that people talking about.
From where?
From his community he lived. I have not seen Nuquay.
But other people from your community who spoke to him also said negative things, that he hasn't united the caucus.
You know that everybody won't see good thing about you, really. They won't see everything good about you.
Okay.
So when I was praying and I asked God, I said, God, it's such a good person. We need somebody that will have mind for the community.
And you think Nuquay has the mind?
I believe